This is Sifu Freddy Lee here. I wanted to go over some of the major defect of all these freestanding wooden dummies. As you can see, I purchased 3 different ones. Before getting these, I also tried another one which was like a lower quality one. Like I think it was like maybe $500. I got it from eBay and I didn't like it at all. I sold that one. I also tried getting those plastic wooden dummy thing where you kind of wrap it around the heavy bag. I think it was like $100 or something like that. I definitely don't recommend that either. It was extremely low quality. So those 2 products I'm not going to recommend. I'm not going to say where I bought it from because I don't want to damage their reputation like that. But as far as these wooden dummies are concerned, they're very high quality wooden dummies. They're all freestanding ones because I don't really have much space. So space is very important for me. So basically the freestanding ones is there's a base where you put weight in the back and you just stand up the wooden dummy. But every single one of them there's a defect, and I believe every single wooden dummy out there that is freestanding has this same defect. And I just want to make the public aware of that, of when you're purchasing this wooden dummy, what to expect so you don't get disappointed. I'm not going to say which companies I bought them from because I don't want to damage the reputation, but I did order these 3 wooden dummies from 3 separate companies, 3 separate creators that created these wooden dummies. Okay, my favorite one so far is the one in the center. That one's my favorite one. I guess my second favorite one might be this one over here, and then my third would be that one. This is the one that was the most affordable. That one cost the least amount. That one cost the most right there. The one over here cost the most, and then this one was in the mid-range. So you can see the different types of quality. I may go over the quality of the wooden dummies at a later point, but this one I'm going to specifically speak about the defect, and I'm going to show you the defect and how to fix it. The way that I fixed the defect was actually my father who fixed it. He's very handy, and if you buy one of these wooden dummies and you learn how to fix it, then it's going to be a great training tool. But if you do not fix it, then it's going to be some problems. Okay, even within a couple weeks or even a month or a few months, you're going to notice there's going to be some problems. The main problem is the wooden dummy is basically just going to be moving around like crazy. It's not going to be stable. You know, it's going to be moving around, and it could essentially even be unsafe. Basically, the screws get really loose at on the base. There's not enough foundation there. Okay, the impact and the force that this wooden dummy takes from striking it, that base is not strong enough for that. And for all the Wing Chun or wooden dummy creators out there, this is my tip for any of you guys, is if you guys could fix this problem, then basically you could get a huge market of, you know, the population that's interested in buying. They'll probably come to you because this is a huge problem, you know. And you know, all these wooden dummies cost over $1,000, and if you're going to spend over $1,000 on something, you know, you expect it to last long and you expect it to be good quality. The base is the huge problem. Okay, basically every single one of them comes with a wooden piece. I'll let you see it. There's a wooden piece like this long, and then you screw in the wooden piece to the base, and that's all they give you. They just give you a few screws, and next thing you know, the screws get all loose, and then all of a sudden the thing's just moving around like crazy. You know, and you might see some of my older videos when I'm using it without getting it secured, without getting it fixed, and you'll see the wooden dummy just moving around everywhere. But all 3 of these have been fixed for my father. Luckily, he knows, you know, he's very handy, and he was able to fix all 3 of them. He had to go to Home Depot and basically get cement and cement that wooden piece onto the base. And once it was cemented, then it's sturdy and strong and it won't move. Okay, so now you'll notice if I hit this wooden dummy, it barely moves. You know, it's very strong. Okay, you see, even if I kick it, it's still very strong. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take them off of the base, and you see what I'm talking about, okay? So I remove them from the base. Make sure I lay him down, because one time I didn't lay him down, and then I stood him up, and then he fell over and he broke one of the mirrors. So basically, you see this wooden piece right here. I'm going to bring the camera closer so you can see everything and see what I'm talking about. Okay, so you see, this is the wooden piece here. I just have to take this off the stand. Alright, so this is the wooden piece. It goes to the bottom. Here's some extra wood pieces to make the wooden dummy taller. But you see right here, my father, he cemented this piece on there. Okay, he cemented it, and it's very secure right now. Okay, if I move it, I can't even move it. Like you see, I'm trying to move it, it won't move. But it doesn't come like this. This thing comes with screws, and you put it in there, and then all of a sudden, it's like wobbling everywhere, you know. But this is cemented in, and this is what makes it secure. But it did not come like this. Okay, so basically, what I'm saying is, you know, basically my tip to all these creators of these wooden dummies is you need to secure the bottom. Basically, if you go off of what my father just did, cementing that wooden piece to the bottom, then there's not going to be any problems. And even maybe you could even give the option that if people, if they want to secure, they're going to pay maybe $100 more or $200 more or whatever, how much money you want to charge. But basically, without getting that thing secured, you know, without getting that thing secured, this thing is it's like almost useless. You know what I mean? Like having that thing secured, that wooden piece secured onto the bottom is extremely important, you know. And I was very disappointed having that thing wobbling everywhere. And these creators, if you could offer that option for people, where it's like, hey, you know what? Pay another $100 or another $200 where you get that secured for you, then you know, that's gonna be something that's really important for people, you know, to really get the most out of this wooden dummy. Like I said, you know, it's also unsafe to have that thing moving around everywhere. Maybe my father was saying maybe you're not supposed to be hitting it so hard and this is not what it's made for, but I'm like, you know, this is how I train. I'm not even a big person, and if I want to kick it, I'm going to kick it. If I want to punch it hard, I'm going to punch it hard. It's kind of pointless to not punch hard and not kick hard when you spend all this money on it, you know. So now that he's secured it, I haven't had any problems. It's working just fine, and I love the quality of these wooden dummies. They're really high quality, but it's just that one defect that's the major problem that needs to be fixed. And luckily my father was able to fix it. But for the people out there that buy these wooden dummies, just be very aware of this problem, be prepared for it, and figure out what you're going to do, what type of solution you're going to have to fix it. And before my father fixed it with the cement, I tried to use wood glue. That didn't work. You know, the strongest wood glue that I could find, I tried to use that, it didn't work. I tried to put more screws. I put like nails and screws, and I put like maybe like 20 or 30 of them, you know, as many screws as I could to try to fix it. That didn't work, okay? The only thing that worked was what my father did, is he used that cement. You know, so if you guys figure out how to cement it on your own, then that's great. Even one of my students bought the big wooden dummy right here, and his was just wobbling everywhere, you know, after a few months of use. And then he ended up, you know, paying for my father to fix it for him. You know, so these people that create these wooden dummies, they take so much time and effort, and it takes a lot of like skill and craftsmanship to basically build one of these things. And it's great, it looks great, but if you don't secure that base, it's almost useless. You know, so if you don't secure that base, it's just making the whole thing unusable. You know, so it's like, you know, having a car that looks great on the outside, but then the engine, you know, there's something wrong with it. You know, like the engine's making all this noise, and it's just, you know, it's hard to drive it because the engine's not running right. That's kind of how it's like when you have this base and it's not secure. It's just moving everywhere. You know, so if they're going to put all this time into developing such a nice wooden dummy with quality wood and everything, then they should also put the time into securing that base to make sure that it's operating properly. Okay, something else that I might recommend is making maybe that base even larger, because right now it's maybe like 5 inches off the ground. But if they made that thing like almost a foot off the ground, and then they make that wooden piece right there even longer, then it's going to make it even more secure. You know, so kind of just having like a bigger bottom piece, a longer stem where it's longer so that it goes deeper into the wooden dummy, and then securing that wooden piece to the base, and then now you just have this really rock solid wooden dummy, you know, that's gonna last a very long time. But even with it like this, as long as you fix the base the way that my father did, then you'll be fine. But this is my honest opinion or feedback on it, and you know, you're not really gonna get much feedback like this. As you can see, I bought 3 of them. One of my students bought another one, so that's 4 right there. In addition, I've bought other wooden dummies of lower quality in the past, and I've been using this thing for like about 5 years. So, you know, I know, you know, what are some things that need to be improved upon, and these are my recommendations for those companies out there that want to increase their sales. You want to make a quality wooden dummy. You know, I'd be even willing to pay an extra few $100s for a higher quality wooden dummy. So, you know, you could offer the low quality one, then you could be like, well, you want more security, then here you add this extra money in. Just like you know, you spend extra money for the padding, you spend extra money for engraving the logo, you know, you spend extra money for that more higher quality wood. So they need to have that other option where you spend that extra money for a stronger, sturdier base that's more well built. Okay, that's my recommendation on this. And I'm not here to damage any company out there. I didn't mention any companies. I'm specifically just talking about the craftsmanship of these wooden dummies from all the companies. They need to learn from this advice, and hopefully they're going to make a better product. Thank you.